Harris! Hi. Not you again, lol. I'm not lending you money again, Dexter. No! I want some advice. I told you that I have a girlfriend. I was actually thinking of proposing to her. Seriously? Seriously. Is that the woman you were talking about at the New Year's party? It's a little sudden, isn't it? You can only have been dating her for half a year at most. She and I are meant to be. She's so beautiful, kind, and smart. She studied abroad so she can speak Spanish and French. Wow, that's awesome. Right? She's from a rich family, and she looks elegant and classy. Where did you catch such a good woman? What is she doing with you, lol? Shut up. She's the one who asked me to start dating. She said, "You look at me for who I am inside, not just my appearance." She said she's never had a partner like that before. You don't believe me, do you? Anyway, I decided to propose to her. Well, since she's such an amazing person, you should propose to her soon. Before she gets taken by someone else. Don't say that. So, here's what I wanted advice for. I'm thinking of inviting her out to dinner and then proposing to her. But I wanted to ask you what kind of restaurant would be good. You're the right person to ask, since you run a restaurant, right? In that case, you can use my restaurant. I can get your table laid out how you want. Really? Are you sure that's okay? Your place is really popular, so it's difficult to make reservations, right? It's your special day. I'll keep the best table for you. Thank you. Oh, great, Harris. Don't worship me, lol. Thank you for dinner, too. No, you're paying, buddy. Where are you now, Eve? I'll be waiting for you inside the restaurant. But if you can't find it, I'll come get you. Got it. But sorry for being late. I'm walking while looking at the map now. I should be arriving soon, so it's okay. Lol. Should be. You're bad with directions, as usual. Well, yeah. I've never been around here before. It's a restaurant run by your friend, right? Yep. It's a very popular French restaurant. It's got classy decor and the food is delicious. I think you'll like it for sure, Eve. I even got us a VIP table. Wow, I'm looking forward to it. So, you're sitting alone at a VIP table at such a fancy restaurant, Dexter. It kind of doesn't suit you. Shut up. But I'm aware that it's a bit fancier than the places I normally go to. So hurry up, but get here safely, lol. I have to do both? Oh, I think I found it. There is a signboard with a French name on it outside. Yes, I found it. But what is this? Oh, the name. The name of the store is written on the signboard, but I still can't remember it, lol. Oh, when you get inside, the reservation's under my name. Then they should guide you to our table. Eve? What happened? Aren't you inside yet? Maybe you're in a different restaurant? Hey. Dexter, are you okay right now? I have something to apologize to you for. Why do you need to apologize? She's the one who's sorry about today. Even though you prepared the finest food, I wasted it. I was waiting for about 2 hours outside since then. Eve didn't arrive after all. I failed to propose to her. Lol. I'm sorry. I know you did me a favor. This was a success for me, though. Huh? Sorry, Dexter. But you didn't fail. I was the one who sent Eve home. What? What do you mean? You're kidding, right? Because this isn't funny. I'm not kidding. I was the one who did something to ensure she didn't come. What the hell? Stop messing around. I thought you were my best friend. What did you do to Eve? I think it's understandable for you to be pissed because I did this without asking. But before that, I want you to listen to me. What is it? I don't know what I'll do to you if you can't convince me that you had a good reason. I'm fuming. All right. She didn't come in because of the French written on the letterboard in front of the building. What? I thought that was just some of the food you served there. Because it's in French, you wouldn't notice it at first glance. It's not. I know what you're planning, Elias Barrett. Those are the words I put on there. What? I don't get it at all. Why would Eve go home because of that? I met someone named Elias Barrett through work 2 years ago. There was a woman named Eva who promised to get married to Elias, but Eva's parents were in debt. Elias gave Eva $35,000 in good faith. Then, a few days after handing it over, Eva suddenly disappeared. In short, it was a marriage scam. Also, when Elias researched her background, Eva's story was full of lies. Her name was fake too. What does that have to do with Eve? The characteristics of Eva that I heard from Elias 2 years ago matched your girlfriend. She was elegant and looked like a classy lady from a rich family. She was fluent in multiple languages and spoke a little French. And she often said to him, "You look at me for who I am inside, not just my appearance." She also said that she never had a partner like that before. Are you saying Eve is the same person? That sounds like something out of a movie. I'm not convinced that Eve is a marriage scammer because of that. Then why do you think Eve left yesterday? Well, maybe because there were weird words written on the restaurant signboard. I don't think so. There are lots of restaurants and businesses that use foreign languages to get people in when they have no idea what it means. I was banking on her knowing exactly what it meant, though. And it looks like I was right. Weren't you able to confirm by showing Elias a photo of Eve first? I think I posted some of her on Instagram. I wanted to do that, but Elias changed his number. The only contact details I had for him were for work. I only knew him for a short while. I just wish you'd told me first. But I might have been angry if you did that. Sorry. I did wonder if I should tell you. But without evidence, I couldn't really say that she was a scammer. I still wish you'd said something. Before the proposal, I thought I could get in touch with Elias. But the response from Elias's former company was late. That's why I decided to try your girlfriend. The meaning of that French message would only be understood by that same scammer who deceived Elias. Yeah, but maybe she went back for some other reason. It's possible that they just have some similar qualities. No, that's not the case. What? I just finally got in touch with Elias. I showed him Eve's photo to confirm. Now I know she's the same person. You're kidding. She's a marriage scammer. But Eve was so good to me. I can't believe it. You really loved her, and you looked so happy with her. I was. She's the first woman I've really wanted to marry, because she was so amazing. Even if she's a former marriage scammer, I'm fine with living with her to help redeem herself. Of course, if she does love me. Dexter, if you like her so much, I had no right to stop you. I'm sorry that I snooped about her and tested her without telling you. I understand if you hate me. But I thought maybe you would be betrayed and hurt like Elias. I couldn't stay silent. Because you're my best friend. I know. You're not someone who would tell such lies. I know you did it out of concern for me. But she was also special to me, so my mind still can't process all this. So you believe me? Well, I've known you longer than Eve. But you get it, right? Even if I know it in my head, my heart doesn't want to believe it. Yeah, I think I would be very confused if I was in your position, Dexter. I don't think what you're saying is a lie. But I also do want to believe in Eve. That's why I want to solve this for myself. I want to know how Eve truly feels. Dexter, You really are amazing. You're very forgiving. Maybe too much, which is why I'm worried. You didn't need to say that last part. Sorry, lol. Okay, then let me know if you need any help. I'll help you in any way I can. Thank you. Then, first of all, I want you to get in touch with Elias. Eve, where are you? I'm worried because you suddenly stopped texting back yesterday. Can you respond? A friend of mine who runs yesterday's restaurant said something strange to me. He said that you're dangerous, so I should break up with you. I got angry and I cut ties with him. I thought he was my best friend. I'm honestly really disappointed. Did he do something bad to you? If he did, I'm really sorry. I'm sure he was jealous of me having a girlfriend like you, Eve. But no one is in our way now. So from now on, let's live together. Dexter, hi. Eve. Oh, I'm glad. I was so worried about you. Yesterday, I got a call saying that my dad suddenly collapsed. I hurried back to my parents' house. I was so upset that I couldn't bear to pick up the phone to contact you. I'm sorry. So we can't meet for a while. I have to help around my parents' house and take care of my dad. Well, how's your dad's condition? Not good. He's not exactly okay because he had a stroke. Oh no. Where are you now? Your parents' home? I'm heading back home right now. I thought I'd go to my parents' house again after I get some stuff from my house. Well, I'm sorry to hear about your dad. You don't have to worry about me. Actually, I was going to propose to you yesterday. What? Really? I'm sorry I couldn't get back to you at such an important time. Don't worry about it. It was natural in that situation for you to worry about your dad more. So if you are in trouble, I want to help you, Eve. Is there anything I can do at all? Of course, if I'm bothering you, I can give you some distance. No, not at all. I'm happy. I hoped you'd propose to me. I feel the same way as you, Dexter. Really? But, you know, I have a problem. What is it? It's about my dad. He's been sick for a long time and hasn't been able to work as much as he wanted. So now he's in a lot of debt. How much is the debt? $35,000. That much? I know it must be hard to believe. So while I'd love to marry you, Dexter, we can't get married until I pay off my parents' debt first. I see. So, well, I'm really sorry to ask you this, but... I get what you want to say, Eve. The next part is where I give you $35,000, right? What? It's exactly as Elias said. I'm shocked. What's wrong? Who is Elias? Elias Barat. He's the one you cheated out of $35,000 with your marriage scam 2 years ago. What are you talking about? I have no idea what you mean. You must have been surprised to see those French words written in front of the restaurant yesterday. Did you write that? My best friend tried to test you to protect me. He didn't tell me either until afterwards, though. My friend had a business relationship with Elias when he was deceived by you. When I heard the story, I thought that the scammer's behavior and characteristics sounded similar to you. Huh? At first, I got angry with my friend because he thought you were a scammer. But he wouldn't lie to me, so I asked Elias to check your photo. I've been speaking to him since yesterday, and I asked him lots of things about you. His experience with you was almost exactly the same as mine from the time I met you. I finally realized that I was being played for a fool. Hey, did you approach me for money from the very beginning? Was everything you told me a lie? Eve, I'll forgive you if you apologize to Elias and redeem yourself. Are you stupid? Why would I do that? What a shame. I was so close. Eve. No, I guess that's a fake name too. Then that story, that your parents are rich and your father is sick. And your entire background that you told me. It was all made up. Well, if you were rich, you wouldn't suddenly get into debt because of illness. It's also only been just half a year since we met. Yeah, that's right. But if you think about it, a woman with a background like that was never going to date you. I thought I caught a real easy mark, but what a pity. If you get it now, don't get in touch with me again. I'll be really annoyed. What you're doing is a crime, Eve. I hadn't handed over my money yet, but Elias already gave you an engagement ring. Didn't he even buy you an apartment to move into together after you got married? Stop hurting people any more than you already have. Apologize to Elias and hand yourself in to the police, too. I heard that you have other victims, too. You'd have a lot of charges against you. Are you trying to be a hero here? Oh, my sides hurt. Why would I turn myself in? Lol. Of course I'll just run away. You idiot. Lol. You bought me handbags and treated me to dinner lots of times. Thank you for giving me a good time. Lol. I see. I'm glad I know what an awful person you are. I honestly had some doubts about accepting this side of you. Thanks. Then, from now on, you'll be reflecting on your actions behind bars. What are you talking about? You said you were heading home earlier. I've already reported this to the police and Elias. I think you were preparing to skip town, so you went home to prepare. I think the police and Elias should be there soon. You tricked me. You're the one who tricked me first. Besides, I wanted you to pay for your crimes, Eve. If you really did love me, I wouldn't have cared about your past as a marriage scammer. Quit screwing around. I didn't ask you to have feelings for me. I don't even like you in the slightest. You'll regret what you've done to me. I'll remember this. I'm such an idiot. I can't believe I was played by a woman like you. But I'm an idiot, so maybe I'll forget about you soon. Unlike me, though, Elias still hates you very much after all this time. He found the best lawyer for this job in these last 2 years. He said that he's going to destroy you in court. Are you serious right now? Hey! The police are surrounding my apartment! Of course they are. Because you've scammed so many people, Eve. The police are really looking forward to catching you, too. Fine. Hey, Dexter, save me. I want you to tell them that I'm not at my apartment anymore. Then I promise to never do this sort of thing. I won't ever commit a crime again. I will support you as your wife for the rest of my life. So please. You might have tricked me if you said that before you showed me your true nature, lol. But I can't just let criminals go. Either way, I was going to report you. Enough! I couldn't get any money from you. You were useless till the end. I'll never approach someone like you again. Stay single forever, you gullible idiot. If that's true, maybe I've done a favor to the other men of the world. This was my first time meeting such a horrible person. Thank you for being the worst until the end. Harris! Hi. Oh, Dexter, you finished talking to the police? You must be tired. Thank you for everything, Harris. You're a lifesaver. Don't exaggerate, lol. I'm sorry that I blamed you at first. If you didn't act, I'm sure Eve would have just found more victims. You're a really great guy. Stop it. You're embarrassing me. So, what are you doing now, Harris? Want to go for a drink now? I'm painting over the French words I put on the signboard. I can't just leave it as is. I'll charge you for the repairs. What? Don't you know the trouble I just went through? You could be a little nicer to me. Then come help me. When it's over, I'll buy you a drink. All right then. It is also my fault. You really are a pain in the ass as a friend, you know that? I'll work on my ability to see red flags in a woman. But if I make the wrong choice again, can you help me? I'm counting on you as my best friend, Harris. After that, the court deemed that Eve owed Elias $50,000 for the money she scammed him out of and for emotional damages. Marriage fraud usually involves both civil and criminal trials. Also, in the criminal trials, she was sentenced to 5 years in prison because of her multiple victims. Eve is now in a woman's prison and lives in an environment far from her former glitzy lifestyle. For Eve, who lived a life of freedom and luxury with the money and gifts she scammed men out of, I'm sure it would have been unbearable for her to be arrested and put in prison. Eve could no longer do her beauty treatments and makeup, so her glammed-up appearance faded at every trial appearance. Elias said she looked unrecognizable by the time she went to prison. I want her to truly regret what she did behind bars for the next 5 years. I'm trying to heal too, because I was hurt by this whole thing. I decided to go camping with Harris to distract myself with some fun. I'm having fun every day, so I think I'm content to enjoy single life for a while. When I get another girlfriend that I want to propose to, I'll ask Harris what he thinks.